after poetry recital, and someone walked up to me and said, "Do you always do love poems? Is that all right?" So this poem is entitled, "I Love Poems All You Write." It was late one night after a poetry slam when a more seasoned poet, a much older man, walked up to me and asked, arrogance dripping from his tone, "So, are love poems all you are able to write on?" Well, I looked right into his stern, solemn face, and suddenly everything was silent, except my quickening heart rate. "Are love poems all you write on?" I swear that's all he said, but those words echoed over and over again in my head. "Are love poems all you are able to write on?" Like drums, each syllable lashed against my sternum. Well, at first, my mind went straight to the simplest answer. "Well, no, sir, I also write on paper, like the Egyptians wrote on walls and software is written by Apple, like the blind write with Braille and Michelangelo wrote on the Sistine Chapel, like Beethoven wrote his symphonies and Ray Charles wrote the blues, like Lennox Honeychurch writes history and CNN writes the news, like doctors write prescriptions and with the scalpel writes the surgeon. I also write love poems. 'Tis my canvas, 'tis my canvas, 'tis my play. With each stroke of pen, I mold it my way. I don't just write love poems. I also write about dreams, the kind of dreams I never want to wake up from, because in them I wake up next to him. I don't just write love poems, I also try to write life, like teachers correct their students' homework and husbands try to write wives. I don't just write love poems, I also write about nature. I write about all the beauty and splendor that is Dominica. I don't just write love poems, I also write about truth. And I write about meeting Jesus like Matthew, Mark, John, and Luke. I don't just write love poems, I also write about me, because the name Yakima Cuffy is in itself poetry. And there in the silence, as more and more thoughts rolled about in my head, I said, "Sir, I also write resurrections. I raise poems from the dead. I don't just write love poems, I write about politics, and I write about being black in patois and phonics. I don't just write love poems, I just wanted to open my mouth and kickbox him with my tongue. All I said was, 'Thank you, sir. If you hadn't asked, I would have gotten this poem all wrong.'" About embracing the beauty of being a woman is called A Woman's Color. Shade of green apple mixed with lavender, soft, sweet vines of womanhood meander up sun-kissed skin, a precious brown like amber, embracing each curve, each delectable contour. Stretch marks look good in every color, even on skin as pale as alabaster. Waves of plum, peach, yellow, and azure dance like gypsies to calypso and soca. Some stretch marks burn red with the brightness of fire, others asleep with the serenity of aqua. Some stretch marks are loud, like the siren of fuchsia. Some make you blush, baby pink or magenta. Stretch marks are Mother Nature's calendar, reminding you that all your green days are over. Girlish ties must now be cut asunder, and into the arms of maturity surrender. Hips expand to make you a mother. Bosoms and hands so supple and tender. Some stretch marks shine with such glory and splendor. Battle scars of that final trimester. And as you age, stretch marks also grow bolder. Their hallowed lines seem to reach higher and higher. Crescent arches of fine mercury and silver, there to prove that with age you grow wiser. Tattoos drawn by the needle of nature. Lifelong friends, stretch marks last through forever like Caribbean sunsets. Science skies blaze with copper, creation on with the joy of Crayola. Yet it seems the corporate world and the media have allied against the very blueprint of nature, trying to sell us healing oils and cocoa butter to save us from all those beautiful colors. Stretch marks gone is their song, is their mantra, but stand proud, every woman, every mother. Wear your scars with grace, dignity, and honor, and shun the world with its self-hate agenda. Educate every son, every daughter. Let them know that you fought in a real war. The battlefield was the passion of labor. And to give life, a woman has to be colored. Thank you.